it's okay. God is going to work all things out for your good. Protect your heart, protect your mind from all the negativity that people speak around you in terms of where your life is headed, because you're not privileged enough to have certain opportunities. And then third, speak life into the things that you want to do. If you want to start a business and you believe that this business is going to be successful enough to get you and your family out of whatever situation you might be in, or just for you guys to survive, or just for you to get out the house. So with or without a degree, I am determined to be successful.
Right at the beginning of this year, I was financially excluded and couldn't go back to school, and I took that as a sign that God wanted me to focus on content creation and practicing how to be a housewife. But everything changed in the blink of an eye, and 2 weeks into school, I had to go back.
No, wait!
Hi! Not the phone. Oh, okay. He's gonna film me. Look at him.
Oh my God, guys! If I speak, if I speak.
Is someone calling my name?
Yes.
How are you?
How are you? Oh my God, you're here.
It's been such a long time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is gonna be a thumbnail, by the way.
Okay, can we cut now? I want to talk to Bax. Like, I love y'all, but I want to talk to Bax.
Are you doing a family meeting?
Not a family intervention.
Intervention.
Because we haven't seen you, but she's missed 2 weeks of school now.
It's actually 3. That's
2.
okay.
Papa, we're telling you, you're not even been in school. Come on now.
Hello, how are you, Danny? Good, how are you doing? How's school? Has it been difficult?
It's getting a lot of work, like the projects and like.
Is this group work?
Yeah, it's group work.
So what happens to me?
I'm sure there's a group that needs someone.
Morning. Hi guys, what's wrong with you? Yo guys, I really wasn't coming to school. It's giving education. I love it for you. Watch all the Ted Baker girls are in the building. What do you know about it? It's been such a long time.
It has been long.
OMG, I just spotted. Yes, I'm back with the vlogging. I didn't know you come to school here. I know vlog. The school of influencers. Will it ever end?
Do you know why they chose a duck?
Because it's our school mascot. You didn't know?
I didn't know we had a mascot. Why would Vega have a mascot of a duck?
Because there are literally ducks everywhere on the school, Ramsey. So how does this picture thing work?
Do whatever you want. Your mom like it.
Am I model?
Yeah, your mom like it. You know what to do.
Okay.
Why you use
This is harder than it looks, okay?
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Tyler the Kid.
Anyway,
Yeah, man. My busy pulled through today. Wasn't expecting it, to be honest. Never expected. We never expected it. It was unexpected, unexpected, you know. But she showed face. We have this Scotland. Yeah, hey, that man's from Scotland, you know. He's from Scotland. There, he's on some. Don't use your phones in my class, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting cuts, but anyway, Fabrizi, you get home, editing there. Yeah, we missed you, but I don't. Cutscene, you know, edits there, and just for that this one, just for young, you know. Yeah.
So basically, I come up with those special expressions. Pull out the whole Kama Sutra.
Filters are out of service. It's a good thing I am a focused girl. Yo, they were so shocked, like we thought we lost you forever. Okay, let's talk, bestie. Ooh, I hope that you can hear me because the aircon next to me is definitely fighting. If you can hear me, shout out to Sony because then it means they made a banger of a camera. If you can't hear me, then it's very awkward. But I'm back at school, as you can tell. I'm back at school. I'm so excited. It's been 2 weeks. I've missed out on a little bit of work, but it's nothing I don't think I can handle. Like judging from what I Why are there always flies in my videos, bro? Judging from what I saw in class, because I attended classes today, and judging from what I saw, everything is still pretty like entry level. They're still on unit 1, unit 2, so it shouldn't be that deep. If I'm being completely honest, this wasn't gonna be public information. I just kind of figured that whoever figures out that Barbara isn't posting about school anymore, she's not at school anymore, would figure out that I'm not at school. But also not because I wanted to be quiet about it, just because I was trying to figure out a way to like invite you in on this journey without making it a big deal, because I don't want anyone to panic and I didn't want anyone to like stress out about me. I'm okay, I'm fine. The channel members I have known for a while though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they've been very supportive and just very encouraging, letting me know the kind of content that they appreciate and they would like for me to dig into this year. Because obviously if I was gonna do content creation full-time this year, it meant that I would have the time to make all the content that I want to make and execute it all properly. So obviously you've seen the Hey Girl initiative that I've put out now with all the different women. I literally put out an invitation. So I put out an invitation in the channel memberships and I invited my channel members to be a part of it, but I also opened it up to the community that was around me to say, if anyone wants to be a part of this Hey Girl initiative, please absolutely come on and share your story. I think I had 22 women in total that came on to share their story, which is insane. It's massive. I didn't expect it. I thought like at most I'd probably have like 10 women come on and then that would make our season, but I'm so grateful that all the 22 people came through, so shout out to them. I had Melokuhle who drove all the way from, well, she didn't drive, she took an Uber, guys. She took an Uber from Randburg all the way to Midrand, which is insane. Blew my mind, and just the amount of dedication, the way that people dressed up and came fully to the party, fully prepared to bear all their scars and share their story is super awesome. And I think it kind of made me emotional yesterday when I dropped it on Instagram on International Women's Day to say, yo, this is what I've been working on, this is what I'm doing, because it's something that, I mean, I've always wanted, but I didn't necessarily know I wanted, because when I started this platform, it was literally like, I want to tell my story, but through telling my story and interacting with people, interacting with you in the comment section, my channel members, I came to the realization that a lot more people resonate with my story than I thought possible. And in engaging in more conversations, I realized that there are other perspectives and different ways to see the same situation that we all go through. And obviously I've learned this over the past 3 years. So even when I did share the information that I wasn't going back to school, I can't tell you how many people reached out to me from the channel memberships to let me know that they also can't continue with their studies because of financial exclusion and financial, barriers. And obviously this was also happening in the background of FITS having their strike and their protests and all the stuff around financial exclusion. And I think I realized in that instance how big of an issue financial exclusion is for us. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I was asking a lot of questions about, what the law says regarding our education system, what the law says regarding our right to education, our right to higher education, what that looks like, how they've made reasonable provision for all of us to be able to attend school, and what does it mean to make reasonable provision, diving into NSFAS, looking at all of the different areas and offerings of NSFAS, who NSFAS is making provision for and who it's not making provision for. Because I think what we do know about our country is, as much as a lot of the bursary opportunities and a lot of like the financial aid schemes are put out for the working class, that does not necessarily mean that the middle class can afford those things. I don't know if that makes sense. For a big part of things, I think when I look at the middle class, for most of us, like, yes, we're surviving, yes, we might have cars, yes, we might have houses with enough bedrooms for everyone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there is money. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean that there's extra cash or that we can necessarily afford all the extra things that life comes with, simply because I think for middle class, a lot of their money is actually tied up in assets. It's tied up in houses, it's tied up in cars, it's tied up in rates and a whole lot of other bills and expenses that you pay, and taxes that we have as South Africans. Taxes are also a very big part, because depending on your earnings, then you move into a different tax bracket, which means you might actually be making a loss instead of a profit on your corporate salary. So there's just a lot of things that I've been like digging into, and I really had the time over the past 2 weeks to like learn about and experience for myself, because obviously my mindset was, this is now my life. Like, I'm not going back to school. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the year. It's stressing me out, stressing my parents out, stressing everyone. Well, it wasn't stressing me out, if I'm being honest. I wasn't completely stressed out. I think for me it was more like okay, is this what's happening? Is this how many people they are? Because I knew financial exclusion was a thing, but I didn't know how much of a thing it was, like how many people actually struggle with it. And I think it just gave me a very not rude awakening, but like a better awakening, a more awake awakening to what's actually happening on the ground and within the greater scheme of our country and the youth population and the students, etc., etc. I really think that there's a lot of conversation to be had around how we define success as a country and how we define the career paths that children should take as soon as they leave high school. I don't know if it's fair to put that as a standard and a measure for whether or not you will be successful in your life, because I think for me, when I was listening to the conversations my parents and all the elders around me were having, for them I think it paints a very bleak picture when a child is not able to go back to school. It's kind of like, oh no, she's not able to go to school, she's not going to be able to get a degree, that means her life is doomed forever. Whereas for me, I'm like, okay, cool, like I've been excluded, that's fine. What's the next step? How can we make this work? Because I know for a fact that there is money in advertising. I know for a fact there's money in marketing. I know for a fact that the businesses that I've set up are good enough if I go full-time to sustain me and for me to earn a living. So with or without a degree, I am determined to be successful, but that's just because of the drive that's on the inside of me. And I remember I was having a conversation with Redani, and he was saying to me, like, literally, if anyone else was in your shoes, I'd be so stressed out. But the fact that it's you, I have so much peace because I'm confident in your abilities to make everything work. And that's just kind of the person that I am. I think I'm very, like, I don't like to dwell on things for too long. I don't like to feel sorry for myself. I don't want to say I don't like to. It's just not a thing that's ever been a thing for me. Like, I've never been able to. So this is giving podcast episode. Maybe let's talk about this on a podcast episode, because right now I'm doing way too much talking for a vlog. And I think I apologize. I apologize in advance if you're gonna listen to that vlog, because it's giving you're definitely gonna have to hear the beginning parts of the conversation all over again. But yeah, guys, I hope that you guys are keeping well. I hope that you all have the opportunity to return back to school this year. And if you don't have the opportunity to return back to school this year, do not accept the diagnosis. I don't want to say diagnosis, but diagnosis is like the only thing that I can think to say. Girl! How are you? Good. I'm like, what kind of car is playing such loud music? I'm dead!
Later, Papa.
As I was saying, do not accept the death diagnosis. I think, unfortunately, the climate of our country's economy is very much giving, like, if you don't and I know my mind immediately went to, that there was like a short snippet of Kim Kardashian that was taken out of context and like went viral on the internet, where she was like, people these days are just lazy, they don't want to work, get up and work. And I know there's always memes around that kind of thing, like people are just lazy, they don't want to get up and work, and I think there's so many different factors that play into why people don't even have the will to stand up and, okay, here I am having this conversation again. We said we're gonna do this on the podcast. Let me stop that. All I'm saying is it's not over. You definitely everything that happens to you, voluntarily or involuntarily, voluntarily or involuntarily, it's okay. God is gonna work all things out for your good. That's number one, and you have to believe that wholeheartedly. Secondly, protect your heart, protect your mind from all the negativity that people speak around you in terms of where your life is headed, because you're not privileged enough to have certain opportunities. And then third, speak life into the things that you want to do. If you want to start a business and you believe that this business is going to be successful enough to get you and your family out of whatever situation you might be in, or just for you guys to survive, or just for you to get out the house, which is in my case, it's just like literally just for me to get out of the house. They are fine, they can figure it out, but I think just being at my big age and still living in the house, I'm low-key a liability, just a little bit of a liability. So for me, it's just like I'm working towards taking myself off of them, but it's 100% in my hands, and it has a lot to do with the people that I have around me. My friends are very driven people. My friends are very hardworking people. Like, listen. I don't want to expose them because I must get permission to expose them first. But yeah, we'll chat about this in the we'll chat about this later. My mom called though. She sent me money for lunch because I'm not tutoring anymore. So literally YouTube and influencing is my only source of income at the current moment. I don't think I will go back into tutoring simply because I would rather take the time that I used to spend tutoring into building something sustainable online in terms of a digital business that will carry me with or without a degree. Yeah, that's kind of like my vibe and my focus right now. So I didn't come with lunch because I was only supposed to be on campus from 8 until 11, and I had breakfast. I had a full breakfast, the whole thing. But now I'm gonna be on campus until like 4 or 5 o'clock. So I need to just fix a couple of admin stuff because the lady who was supposed to help me didn't come into the office today. So yeah, as soon as I get all of that done, girl, then we can definitely go to the gym. I'm so excited to go to the gym here because the gym here, guys, is literally the most peaceful thing in Mhlabeni, because the gym here in Sandton is so much better than the gym at Mall of Africa, so much better than the gym in Centurion, simply because I feel like people in Joburg mind their own business. Like, people in Joburg, and I've said this before on the vlog, like, people in Joburg just don't care. Like, everybody's there to gym, everybody's got their headphones in, and it's vibes. The moment you start bordering the Midrand Centurion area, every 2 minutes is like conversation over. I end up spending more time chatting to people than I do like working out, which is also technically just my fault because I love a good conversation and I'm always up to hear what people are up to, their stories, what they're doing, where they're going. So yeah, this gym is just great because it's giving therapy, it's giving clear mind, it's giving peace. You understand what I'm saying? Can I show you what I'm doing? I'm so ridiculous. For a girl who was financially excluded, the things I'm doing right now don't even make sense. Look at this. I saw Ole's Ted Baker bag and I was like, oh, out of curiosity, because I know I always see these bags on social media and I think they're the cutest thing ever. Out of curiosity, how much does this bag cost and do they have other styles? Do I have the money to buy it? No. But I enjoy seeing nice things. Like, I enjoy looking at nice things online. It's just a nice way to pass time. Right now, I am busy writing the script for Becoming Barbara. Becoming Barbara is coming back really soon. And I've just uploaded a Chit Chat Get Ready With Me as well. So that should be up tomorrow, which is Friday the 10th of March. And yeah, I'm really on my content game, really on my school game. And I love that for once in my life this year, I'm only going to be juggling 4 areas. So 4 areas being like my work, my school, my community work, and Miss SA. How that 25-25-25-25 ratio looks in comparison to the 5-5-5-5-5-5-5-5 that I've been doing over the past couple of years. I can't wait to see how much more impactful I'll be when my focus is more streamlined. What are we gonna eat for lunch, guys? I don't want to. She referenced it petrol. But she said she was gonna give me lunch money. Does that mean I'm gonna starve? This is hilarious. I'm dead. And I knew something inside of me was like, I must bring my protein powder with me to school so I can get a protein shake and mix it. But I literally left the protein powder because I was like, I'm going to be disciplined and not spend any money that I haven't budgeted for. Now look, God is going to work all things out for your good. That's number one, and you have to believe that wholeheartedly. Protect your heart, protect your mind from all the negativity that people speak around you in terms of where your life is headed because you're not privileged enough to have certain opportunities. And then third, speak life into the things that you want to do. If you want to start a business and you believe that this business is going to be successful enough to get you and your family out of whatever situation you might be in, or just for you guys to survive. There is more, swipe that way. See?
Stand to them, please.
Say,
Let them know. Isn't God good? Oh.
isn't God good?
It's fine.